The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. Anxiety, an unwelcome intruder in our lives, can feel like an insurmountable mountain. But what if I told you that the ancient philosophy of Stoicism holds the key to overcoming it? Yes, it sounds intriguing, doesn't it? But before we dive into the details, let's set the stage. Anxiety is a common, often debilitating experience. It's like a shadow that lurks in the corners of our minds, ready to leap out and consume our peace at the slightest provocation. It's a complex issue, manifesting in numerous ways and influenced by a multitude of factors. But despite its complexity, it's not an unbeatable foe. Enter Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has been practiced for centuries. This philosophy, rooted in the teachings of great minds like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, offers practical wisdom applicable even in our modern times. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, to be present, to be disciplined, and to embrace life's challenges. It's about understanding and accepting the impermanence of life, being a good person, and finding joy in simplicity. It's about valuing your principles over the opinions of others, and above all, it's about understanding yourself better. Stoicism is not about denying or suppressing emotions. It's about managing them, understanding them, and not letting them control us. It's about living a life of virtue and wisdom, of tranquility and resilience, of courage and integrity. So, how can the principles of Stoicism help us manage anxiety? Well, by applying these principles, we can learn to respond to anxiety-provoking situations with composure and resilience. We can learn to detach ourselves from the fear and worry that fuels anxiety and instead focus on cultivating inner peace and strength. Ready to conquer your anxiety? Let's delve into the Stoic way of life and discover the power within you. The first tip is to focus on what you can control. In the grand play of life, we often find ourselves tangled in a web of worries and anxieties about events, people, and outcomes that are frankly beyond our control. It's like trying to control the weather, isn't it? No matter how much we fret, the rain won't stop pouring because we will it too. Here's the thing. We need to distinguish between what we can control and what we can't. You can't control the weather, true, but you can control how you react to it. You can grab an umbrella, wear a raincoat, or choose to dance in the rain. That's your power. Focusing on what's within our control, our actions, our responses, our attitudes, gives us a sense of empowerment. It helps us navigate life's stormy seas with a sturdy helm. It's a key to managing anxiety, to finding peace amidst chaos. Remember, the only thing you truly have control over is your response and attitude. The second tip is to stay in the present. Often our minds are cluttered with past regrets or future worries. This mental noise is a breeding ground for anxiety. However, Stoicism encourages us to anchor ourselves in the present moment. This is the realm of existence where life unfolds, where we can actually exert influence. Imagine being on a tranquil lake. The past is the wake behind the boat, a trail you've left behind, unchangeable. The future is the vast expanse ahead, largely unknown. The present? Well, that's the boat you're in, the only place you can steer from. Mindfulness is the rudder that helps navigate this lake. It's about acknowledging and accepting the here and now without judgment. It's about experiencing the world directly, not through the lens of past regrets or future fears. So remember, the present is all we have. Don't let it slip away. Tip number 3 is to imagine the worst. This may sound counterintuitive, but it's a powerful Stoic practice known as negative visualization. The idea is not to dwell on doom and gloom, but rather to contemplate potential difficulties or setbacks. This can be an effective way to reduce fear and anxiety. By considering the worst-case scenarios, we can better prepare ourselves both mentally and emotionally. This can lead to a surprising realization that we are capable of handling far more than we initially thought. It's like carrying an umbrella on a cloudy day. You might not need it, but if it begins to rain, you'll be glad you have it. In essence, imagining the worst doesn't mean expecting it. It's about understanding that life can be unpredictable at times. This understanding can foster resilience, a quality that is invaluable in navigating through life's ups and downs. By visualizing the worst, we can become more resilient and prepared. The fourth tip is to practice self-control. Now, you might wonder, how does self-control help in managing anxiety? Well, When we have control over our reactions and responses, we gain the power to shape our experiences. It's about being the master of your ship in the stormy seas of life. Imagine if every wave, every gust of wind could steer you off course, how chaotic your journey would be. But with self-control, you can stay your course, no matter how turbulent the seas. You learn to respond, not react. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions, but rather understanding them, acknowledging them, and then choosing how to act. It's about creating a space between stimulus and response, and in that space, you find your power and freedom. Self-control is a skill, and like any skill, it requires practice. So start small. Take baby steps. With time, patience, and perseverance, you'll see progress. Mastering self-control allows you to navigate life's storms with ease. Tip number 5 is to remember that nothing lasts forever. This is the concept of impermanence, a fundamental truth of our existence. Everything in the universe, from the stars above to the feelings within us, is in a constant state of change, and that includes your anxiety. Understanding this can be a powerful tool in managing your anxiety. It's like standing in the eye of a storm and knowing that the tempest won't rage forever. The storm will pass, the clouds will clear, and the sun will shine again. It's not about ignoring or suppressing your feelings, but rather acknowledging them and realizing that they are transient. They are not fixed or permanent. They are much like waves upon the ocean. They come, they peak, and they recede. So when anxiety strikes, remember that it's just a visitor, not a permanent resident in your mind. The wheel of life is always turning. This too shall pass. The 6th tip is to be a good person and stay calm. Inner tranquility is like a serene lake, undisturbed by the elements. It's a state where you're in control of your emotions, not the other way around. It's about maintaining a peaceful inner self, even when the world around you is in turmoil. This tranquility is your armor against anxiety. It's your sanctuary, your safe haven. And being a good person, that's about kindness. It's about being compassionate towards others, understanding their struggles, and extending a helping hand. It's about being a beacon of positivity in a world that often seems shrouded in negativity. Being calm and good are not just personality traits, they are choices. Choices that can make a significant difference in managing anxiety. They are choices that can make you more resilient, more adaptable, and ultimately more at peace with yourself and the world around you. Inner peace begins the moment you choose not to allow others or events to control your emotions. The 7th and final tip is to write down your thoughts. Often we find ourselves trapped in a whirlwind of racing thoughts, and it can seem impossible to make sense of it all. That's where the power of pen and paper comes in. Journaling is a simple yet potent tool in understanding and managing anxiety. By writing down your thoughts, you create a safe space to express your feelings freely and without judgment. It allows you to navigate through the chaos and identify patterns or triggers that might be contributing to your anxiety. Moreover, the act of writing can be therapeutic in itself. It's like having a conversation with yourself, a dialogue that fosters self-awareness and introspection. You start to see your worries from a different perspective, giving you a chance to challenge those anxious thoughts. Remember, you're not trying to write a bestseller here. Your journal is your personal sanctuary, a testament to your resilience. The pen is indeed mightier. Use it to conquer your anxiety. Now that we've explored the 7 Stoic tips to manage anxiety, it's time to put them into practice. Let's take a quick recap. Focus on what you can control and let go of the rest. Stay present in the moment and don't let your mind wander into the realms of past or future. Imagine the worst-case scenario to alleviate fear. Practice self-control and discipline, mastering your reactions and actions. Remember, nothing, not even anxiety, lasts forever. Strive to be kind, maintain your inner peace, and don't be overly concerned about others' opinions. Writing down your thoughts can be a powerful tool in understanding and managing your anxiety. Embrace challenges, find joy in simplicity, practice gratitude, and accept change as an integral part of life. Remember, the power to overcome anxiety lies within you. Embrace the Stoic way and start your journey to a calmer, more peaceful life.